Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for tuning in. We have a lot to talk about, and it's important to remember they're going to impeach President Trump, okay? But they're not going to do so for any reason. Everything that they live by this paradigm that says anything that affects their chances at the ballot box is national security. It's not national security. We'll get to that in a second. President Zelensky of the Ukraine stated verbatim, he was not pressured. President Poroshenko, his predecessor, stated he wasn't pressured. There was no pressure. The whole thing is a bunch of nonsense. It's a conversation that they're fabricating into some kind of grandiose Watergate fiasco, which isn't the case. So they're going to impeach him based on either a conversation or alleged obstruction. There's John Durham and William Barr, who have a criminal investigation. Comey, Strzok, McCabe, Clapper, Brennan. They all set up President Trump. Luke St. Martin and Eric H526. Hello everyone. And to my super chat, thank you so very much. I want to just read you really quickly before we get to the fact that there's a Fox News poll that says 49% of voters want Trump impeached. That's November 3rd, but in October, the poll stated 51%. So Fox News poll October 9th, 51% favor impeachment. This is with the Washington Post, the New York Times, CNN, MSNBC, and pretty much all of Hollywood, every single major media outlet aside from Fox News. And even Fox News, they had Shepard Smith, and they still have people who who don't like Trump. And then you get people who are like, oh, well, there's so much disinformation on Fox. It's like the entire American media and political establishment is pushing one narrative, and you still are losing ground in poll numbers. Less people want impeachment. Less people, not more. Less people. But that doesn't matter. That's completely irrelevant. Oh, Lord. That's completely irrelevant. So, let me just read you this. This is Trump's numbers October 2019 update. Okay. The economy added 6 million jobs, and the unemployment rate dropped to the lowest level in nearly 50 years. Okay, so how is that impeachable? How is that an impeachable thing? The unemployment rate dropped to the lowest level in nearly 50 years. People say, well, so what? There are other issues in the economy regarding the overall health. It's like, well, yeah, but more people are working. There are more people, and labor force participation went up. And wages are going up. So, how are you going to impeach a president who's doing all of this? For a phone conversation? Because Democrats think that Biden is Trump's direct political rival. Biden is not even going to... is 0.08 Biden. Clinton's going to enter very likely in November. It's always been about Trump versus Clinton all over again. Let's do it all over again. How are you going to... The economy added 6 million jobs and the unemployment rate dropped to the lowest level in 50 years. Median household incomes rose 2.3%. Average weekly paychecks rose 2.8%. The poverty rate and food stamps declined. How is this bad? Stocks rose. S&P 500 index was up 29.8%. Single-family home prices, that rose too. How is this a bad thing? It's like you're not going to convict a president based on a phone conversation, and they're like, well, what he did was bad. It's like, no. It's like It's like why would you impeach somebody who has this economic performance? Or how could you? Now, is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. Are there issues with the economy? Yeah. But the economy in 3 years added 6 million jobs. In 8 years, President Obama's economy added 8.9 million jobs, according to the balance.com. From 2009 to the end of 2016 and January of 2017, President Obama created 8.9 million jobs. Trump already created 6 million. Then they say, well, you know what? President Obama's last 3 years, he created more jobs. Well, he was there for more than 3 years. So that means for the majority of President Obama's administration, not much was taking place. I mean, every single thing they have to do, everything that they every single thing that takes place regarding President Trump, they have to turn into a negative. Even if every positive has to be mitigated. They can't simply say, okay, there's 6 million jobs, there's unemployment rate dropped to the lowest level in 50 years. Then you have labor participation is up. We'll read that in a second. And the Fox and the latest poll regarding impeachment went down. And that's with every single day people saying he has to be impeached. So it's like Carl's opinion. Cartman, hello. Thank you very, very much, Carl's opinion. Thank you. Hey, Mr. Goodman, House Whip James Clyburn admitted being unsure of whether President Trump committed a high crime and misdemeanor worthy of impeachment at this point, but he stood by House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's inquiry. Yes, Carl's opinion. The Democratic Party knows. See, at this point, they don't care. Look, I kind of figured it out. It has nothing to do with Trump. It has to do with the people who don't like the people who don't like Trump or who generally vote Democrat. It doesn't matter their age. What's taking place is they're losing political influence. So they're losing political influence, and they know that they can't stop Trump because there's very simple. Trump wants to bring home Americans and scale back U.S. foreign policy. They don't care about that. Okay? President Trump is going up against intelligence officials that set him up. They don't care about that. President Trump is trying to address the $400 billion trade deficit with China. They don't care about that. They don't care about any of that. President Trump met with Kim Jong-un, first president to step foot in North Korea. They don't care about that. And so Carl's opinion, they don't care. Their only issue, their only goal is to impeach Trump and to make it difficult for President Trump and to pave the way for Clinton. Clinton is going to run again. It was the reason I continually focus on that issue. Look, everything's going down in the way I said. they have nobody else. So they have to impeach President Trump. They have to set up and fabricate a Trump-Russia myth just to make everything somewhat relative for Clinton, and they're going to lose with Clinton. They're going to lose with Clinton. Carl's opinion, thank you as always. Thank you. Carl's opinion, they know they don't have anything. They know they don't have anything. So they know that at the end of the day, they have to they know at the end of the day they have to just go with whatever Nancy Pelosi says, because what are they going to do? They don't have any policies. They don't have Medicare for all they're passing. So what are they going to do? You know, it's like they're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, because they can't possibly admit that the economy's doing well. The economy's doing well, okay? Wages are going up. Job creation is good. There's record low unemployment. There's nothing. There's the GDP on average is better than President Obama's. So there's not. They can't. What I'm trying to say is they can't convict Trump of anything. Animal 31458. Thank you. Adam Bomb 31458, thank you. Michael Severio, if you say one negative thing about H.A. Goodman, you'll have me to contend with. Mike, Michello, Severio, thank you, Michello, thank you. Thank you, Michello, very, very, very much. Adam Bomb 31458, thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's really, really interesting what's going on. They can't garner enough support. So the average American really doesn't care about this. Like, they don't care about a phone conversation. And President Zelensky stated that he wasn't pressured at all. So I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand what the issue could be. It makes no sense. But they're going to, look, it's not going to work out. What's going to take place, they're going to impeach him. Okay? There's a certain person in Congress who speaks like Katharine Hepburn. there's a certain Carl's opinion. I am humbled, Carl's opinion. Thank you so very much. Everyone subscribe to Carl's Opinion's channel, by the way. He's awesome. Clinton ally Sidney Blumenthal trying to get the Russia scandal book. Oh, that's right. He tried to stop the publication of a book about the deep state plot to undermine President Trump, Washington Examiner. That's right. That's right. I read about that. They are all trying to pave the way to try to, Carl's opinion, they're all trying to rewrite history. They are all trying desperately to rewrite history, Carl's opinion. And it ain't going to work because at the end of the day, the same media and intelligence community they slither, that they try to cozy up to, will turn on them. Doc BBC, exactly. Can you believe it? So Carl's opinion, I read about that. George Rivera Jr. I don't think the Dems will formally impeach. If they do, they lose their inquiry cover and will be exposed. George Rivera Jr., it's something that Carl's opinion just brought up now. They don't, see, this is the thing. There's no shame in their game. There's no shame in their game. So they don't care. Look, you're talking about a group, you're talking about a political party, Carl's opinion, that that they lost, and then they then blamed Russia. So it's like unbelievable. Ramla Farah, hello. Hope all is well. Hope all is well, Ramla. Hello. So George, it's like they're in for another rude awakening. You remember Rick Rude, the great wrestler, legendary wrestler, the Rude Awakening? It's like they don't realize. See, they think that contempt for Trump, so they've gone from, oh my God, Trump, to, he's not going to be a good president, to, okay, he does good things, but he's tearing apart the fabric of our nation. And then they go to, he's divisive. No, the temper tantrum is like never ending. It's like, get over it. You lost. Get over it. You just lost. Now try to win with Medicare for all. This is the MC Breed election. Ain't no future in your frontin'. Stop pretending. Then you have the same people who enabled another Clinton run because she's running again. It's happening. I'm not going to talk about it again. Carl's opinion, George Rivera Jr., everyone. I'm not going to talk about it again and say that I wrote about it in the Huffington Post in 2017. It's not about me. It's not about me. It's not about perhaps it being the biggest political call of all time, one of the biggest at least. It's not about that at all. I don't want to bring that up. Although it will be a glorious day when the moo-moo rises, the golden one, the golden moo-moo. Oh, Hillary, I love you. Oh. Finally, you've saved us from Biden. Corn puffs, cornflakes. I thought cornflakes. Hey, kid. Back off, kid. This is the only thing you heard from the only thing you heard from Biden the whole primary was, don't mess with me, kid. Don't mess with me. Yeah. Yeah. Get off my lawn. I took out grape nuts. I'll take you out also. Oh, Elizabeth Warren. Gee, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Elizabeth, for dividing my movement into two. It's now a complete bowel movement. Thank you so very much. It's like it's like they don't realize that this election is actually more rigged. This election is actually more rigged than the other one, Carl's opinion and George Rivera Jr., because at least I'm on suffering. At least with 2016, you had a chance. You had a chance where you had a chance for Bernie to win. Now it's just stop Trump by any means, but you know what? It's like you can't really, there's nothing they can do. His approval rating is pretty remarkable at 42%, despite there has not been a day without obsessive negative media coverage. And it ain't going to work because the economy is too good. And Clinton will lose again. They have nobody else. It was always Clinton. I said that. It was always Clinton. George Rivera Jr. Sounds like the Dems are engaged in boomerang. Exactly. Boomerang side. Exactly. Carl's opinion. Thank you. And George Rivera Jr. Thank you. It's pretty amazing because it's like when you look at what Carl said, Clinton ally Sidney Blumenthal reportedly tried to stop a publication. This is the Washington Examiner, a book on how Comey, Strzok, McCabe, Clapper, and Brennan tried to set up Trump. Now, here you have a Luke St. Martin, Eric H526, thank you. Here you have George Rivera Jr. They're trying to, like, it's like the Golden Muumuu is like this giant 747, and she's trying to land, and everything from the Steele dossier to impeachment to Blumenthal to all, they're trying to just pave a whole bunch of gravel to try to make it as smooth as possible. Doc BBC, yeah. Exactly. Doc BBC, thank you. All of this, and when she runs, people will understand why I focused so much on. I don't know why he keeps on talking about us. That H.A. bad man. He's a bad man. All I tried to do was utilize the Oval Office in the manner that it was supposed to be utilized. ST, exactly. One would think George Rivera Jr., but you know, as Carl pointed out, and they benefit from losing. In sports, you don't benefit from losing. You actually, if you lose, you wanna win. But they don't have that philosophy because they have the media. Kurt Leonard, Beto literally and figuratively bites the bites the soil. Hillary 2020. Kurt Leonard. Inga Hicks! Hello, Inga. I hope all is well. Hello. Hope all is well. Hey, look at that. H-A-H-H. Thank you so much. Inga Hicks, thank you. Kurt Leonard, thank you. Beta O'Rourke. I'm coming for your 5.56 and your 7.62 by 39. And I'm here for a political revolution. I just can't party because I got arrested for a DWI and then tried to flee the scene. But don't worry about that. This is about Beta or Arc. Don't ever call me Robert, dude. My name is Beto. Washington Examiner. Beto O'Rourke ate dirt after losing to Ted Cruz. That's regenerative powers. Wow. I'm going to go ahead and, like everyone else, cook a nice, what humans call hamburger, and I'm going to put that on a English muffin. Creating Wings Angel. First book, what happened? Second book, what again? It'll just be like super gutsy person. They never learn. Wow, that's really fantastic, Warren. Thanks for endorsing me in 2016. Greatly appreciated. Not. Absolutely, positively not. Where were you, Warren? Were you in the woods with Madam Cyberhack drinking Grey Goose? Why didn't you endorse me in 2016? Oh, that's right, because everything is a fabricated, rigged primary. Okay, I didn't know that. Don't worry, I'll continue to say the Russians did it, no problem. Everything's fine. I don't need the Michigas, don't worry. Inga Hicks, thank you again. Madge Mac! Just below the waves, Hillary is being spirited towards the levitation platform aboard the clandestine submarine, the Debbie Tallis. It's awesome. Madge Mac, yes! And oh, what a sub it is. If you say one word about Deborah Wasserman, I miss her so much. Madge Mac, thank you. Carl's Opinion. Thank you. Carl's Opinion. Thank you. Mr. Goodman, Mayor Pete starting to climb in polls in Iowa at Warren's expense. Her Medicare for All payment plan is scaring some Democratic voters in Iowa. He's paying for Clinton. He's playing for Clinton's VP slot. I have no clue. Carl's Opinion, I have no clue who the VP will be. I will say this. Iowa is always generally more open to the more progressive candidate. I think that what they did to Warren because what they tried to do with Warren is what they can't do to Bernie because they already cheated Bernie. So they're eviscerating Medicare for All because they've never, ever been serious about it, Carl's Opinion. So you're right. And I think that Clinton could pick a woman as her VP. We'll see. It might, because that would be the complete antithesis to Trump Pence. So what they're trying to do is give people a choice, Carl's Opinion, and obviously the choice will be Trump. Because if it's Bernie Sanders, President Obama, Donald Trump, anyone, you give a choice. We are human. Our DNA as human beings is programmed to choose anyone other than Clinton. So, Carl's Opinion, thank you so very, 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 very much. Thank you. Atomom 31458, which Dems will not vote to remove Trump. Joe Manchin of West Virginia. There was a Democrat in New Jersey who didn't vote There was a Democrat in New Jersey. But yeah. So I'm reading some of the messages here. Okay. Carl's opinion. George Rivera Jr. Thank you. Adam on 31458. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's I think that Daffy Duck, Hillary Dream Team, Valerie Rogers, or Darth Vader. That's a good one. Oh, by the way, guess who's up in the latest Fox News poll? Clinton defeats Trump. Yay! Clinton defeats Trump. And it was not Fox News. It's the latest polls. I forgot which poll, but Fox News poll. Clinton at 43%, Trump at 41%. Clinton defeats Trump, and they're like, and then people are like, well, what? Biden also defeats Trump. Yeah, but Biden has no money, honey. Count the money. Count the money. Count the money. He has no money. That's what I kept saying. He has no money. No money. Nobody has any money. They're closing field offices in New Hampshire. Like, oh, we're gonna win. Really? You're closing your field offices? Okay. Clinton defeats Trump in the latest poll. And then you get a really, really great, I mean, this is a fantastic you get this like fantastic thread. Who was it? It was like somebody saying, "Oh yeah, can you believe, Fox News is really baiting Clinton into running." It's like, what are you talking about? It's always been this way. You think I wrote in 2017? How did I know? Because you're talking about unbridled ambition, not seen since Attila the Hun. So Clinton's already in polls right now. Neil 51. Your live streams are better than anything on Netflix. Great job, AJ. Thank you. Neil 51. Thank you, Neil 51. Neil 51. Thank you. Thank you so much. Greatly, greatly appreciated. They're doing it almost exactly the way I said they would. You're going to see, I mean, they really want you to think Clinton's like, no, don't bother me, Bill. I just want to ask you something. No, don't talk to me about the election anymore. They don't deserve me. You actually beat Trump. Do you want to run again? Do I want to run again? No, I don't want to run again. No, I don't want to run. Why? So they can talk about my emails? Who cares about but my emails? The American people don't deserve me. Look what I did for Libya and all the countries that Bush decimated. You think I'm going to go through this again? We have wonderful candidates. We have really great, strong candidates like Klobuchar and Botox B and Beto O'Rourke. Oh, that's right. No, I'm not going to run. Are you sure? You can still do it. Okay, fine, I'm running. I'll prove that H.A. Batman correct. Clinton 2020! She's gonna run. She's gonna run again, and it is gonna be pandemonium. Complete and utter pandemonium. And I'm telling you, the media is going to make H.A. Manbad. Hi, Dion. 55. Hello, H.A. Manbad. Okay, fine, I'll run. Despite what that H.A. Manbad says. You know, I just like this has to end, this ridiculous notion that, like, this charade. Can we just stop the charade? Can we just stop the charade and have it just Clinton's going to run. Okay. Now, once Clinton runs, they are now in a very, very difficult position, which is probably also why she's waiting so long. They're in a very, very difficult position. Because they're going to have to then rally around Clinton. And initially, what's going to happen is they're going to pretend that she's just I can't wait for this. They're going to pretend that she's just another candidate, which will be absolutely hilarious. That will be fantastic. When they're like, well, we'll see if Clinton can win Iowa, you know. We don't really know, you know. We don't really know. Fox News, 28% of Democratic primary voters wish they had options beyond the 20 candidates. 27% said they would go for Clinton. People are saying, Hillary Clinton, it's time. Run. We're just waiting. We are just waiting. It's kind of hilarious, too, because, it's like they don't have anyone else. So I don't, even if you didn't want Clinton to run, who would they have? Who do they have? They have nobody. So even if you didn't want Clinton to run, the question would be, who do they have? Which is absolutely nobody. Lord. This is just so great. It's like, this is like the calm before a tsunami. It's like, where is that? I'm trying to find there's one thread where one analyst, where one pundit's like, yeah, they're really baiting Clinton. I mean, if she runs, it'll be because of Trump supporters. Like, no. See, here's the thing. It's not about, it's never been about, the Democratic Party is not a political party. There is no left in the United States of America. If you have a left-leaning, left-of-center political party or movement, and that movement is actually championed by Bill Kristol and Max Boot and people who want endless interventions, it's not a political movement. That's not like, you're not, you don't have, there is no left in the United States of America. There are like 10 different factions. 10 different factions where each of the factions don't like one another, and they always try, and that's all they do every day on social media, is just get into arguments with one another and try to demean and insult and marginalize one another. There is no left. Doesn't exist. I was there. I know. There is no. All it is a bunch of people on some, a great many people on social media pretending that they're fighting a system, which at the end of the day will always be Clinton. That is always going to be, unless Bill and Hillary relinquish complete and utter control of the Democratic Party, there won't be a political party. It'll just be, how do we make it like feasible for Clinton to just run again? So but let's just see here. Let's just see. Let's go to hashtag Clinton 2020. Let's give me something good. Come on. I got 500 people. Give me something good. Tell me something good. Oh, they're all after Bill Maher now? Because he doesn't want the Clintons around, which is funny because it's like saying, I mean, you're talking about two people who run the whole thing, so. All right, so let's do Hillary 2020. There's a lot here, but it's not. There's a couple days I'll tell you one. All right, Hillary Clinton needs to run again in 2020. Period. That's it. She won the first time legitimately. Yes. Yes, if old man Sanders can run, why not? Okay. Yes, she does. She won. I'll double my campaign contribution, Madam President. Absolutely. And somebody said, I like Hillary, but she shouldn't run. And then they all went after her. It was crazy. This is hilarious. Hillary Clinton will become nominee in 2020 if she ran. Please, yes, that's what I've been saying. Run, Hillary, run. The most qualified, most intelligent, best policies, an easy winner. Yes, yes, yes. This is fantastic. Hillary 2020 all the way. Oh, my God. This is so great. Ladies and gentlemen, it is going to happen. And it's going to happen. Please, just sooner than later, my God. What is the problem? This is like, you have to understand there are millions of people who really love and admire Clinton. Oh, my God. The best thing will be when Hollywood rallies around Clinton. And what's this thing like? There's this like, oh, I can't stand this. You have these pictures with Nancy Pelosi going like that, like a seal, and it's like, oh wow, you really got Trump. So people should be happy about that, but not but not the fact that you didn't pass, or you didn't even think of a Medicare for All bill or a Green New Deal legislation. Or, that's awesome. Hillary Clinton, this is fantastic. Oh my God! Then they poor Jill Stein. They show her outside the Kremlin. The Kremlin. This is so. Oh my God! They have no shame. The best will be like when they're forced to defend Clinton again, and it still won't work. Oh my goodness. So Joe Biden's running out of money. Kamala Harris let go of her New Hampshire staff. Beto O'Rourke's gone. They're eviscerating Elizabeth Warren, her Medicare for All plan. They're eviscerating that. SNL, oh my God. Saturday Night Live mocks Warren, 52 trillion Medicare for All. When the numbers are this big, they're just pretend. This is what happens. See, this is what happens. Warren has a fantasy plan. New York Times goes after billionaires. Only Warren errs in saying whom her health plan would tax. So here, and this is where's Bernie, by the way? Doesn't he have a Medicare for All? Why is it only Warren's Medicare for All plan they're trying? So that's the thing. They manipulated millions of idealistic people. They manipulated millions of idealistic people into thinking that they were serious. And you have the same pundits who manipulated these people also, and then said, vote Clinton in 2016, who will say, vote Clinton in 2020. But in the meantime, they were just pretending to be something they're not. So we're just waiting. I mean, it's like so annoying every day. This charade needs to just end. We need to just have Clinton versus Trump again and let the fun begin. Could you imagine Trump's tweet the day that Clinton runs? Oh my God. In terms of media history, it's going to be one of the most... There'll be the most engagement that day. That'll be one of the greatest days in media history. Okay, I'll do like 10 segments on this channel, on H.A. Goodman's other channel. By the way, check out H.A. Goodman's other channel also. I wrote in 2017, I published, and in 2019 in the Times of Israel, that Clinton's going to run. Clinton 2020 is a reality. Get ready for 8 years of Trump. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's see what the golden movement. So Elizabeth Warren, you type in. And this is unbelievable, too. They know that. So now you type in Bernie Sanders, there's positive articles on him, but they know that he's not a threat. So they're propping up Bernie now as they're trying to tear down Warren. And then when he gets too close, they'll tear down Bernie. It's just so insidious, the whole thing. And with Biden, Oh, my God. Does anyone on the planet believe that Biden would beat Trump by 12 points? That's nonsense. That is complete and utter nonsense. The voter turnout would be horrendous. I don't even think he'd win the popular vote. And then Daily Beast, Joe Biden says he doesn't need to win Iowa. Okay. Okay. That is so. I guess without Clinton running, I guess perhaps. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. I'm running out of steam. Thank you so much. Carl's opinion. Thank you. George Rivera Jr. Thank you. To my super chat. Thank you. Carl's opinion, as always. Thank you. And everyone, check out H.A. Goodman's other channel. I'm uploading a segment very soon, in about a couple minutes. And people, thank you so very, very much. They want to impeach Trump. They can't impeach Trump. They're powerless. And they're just, you know what it is? The Clinton campaign knows that they're going to be on the defensive eventually, so they're trying to just wait. We'll see. I mean, I think that obviously Clinton's running. Obviously Trump's going to win. Lord knows what we go through as a country just for Clinton to run again. She'll lose, but it'll be, I mean, watch this channel and H.A. Goodman's other channel throughout the election. Give me your thoughts below. It'll be interesting and amusing. Interesting also to see the Democratic Party completely obliterate, because Clinton will lose to Trump again. Give me your thoughts below. Thank you very, very much.